So let's talk a little bit about future environmental scanning. At the Haines Center, with our strategic management approach, we believe that the future environmental scan needs to happen right at the beginning of the strategic management process. We don't want to do it later. We want to make sure that we are scanning the future environment so that when we create our ideal future, it is within that environment that we think is going to be happening. So it is in step one of our 10-step model. A little bit about future environmental scanning. We're all citizens of the world, and our organizations can be easily impacted by what's happening in the rest of the world. We become global organizations. Whether a company is operating globally or locally, it is impacted by the outside world. We receive materials, information, technologies, and processes from other jurisdictions, and we face competition from abroad. So the ability to operate within this global environment is becoming increasingly more important for managers at all levels. To successfully lead your organization, you need to be aware of the profound impact of the external environment on your business. We will talk about effectively recognizing external implications to your organization before they impact your organization. Being strategic means looking into the future and being prepared for it, not reacting to it, but being proactive. So I love this poem that a friend of mine from South Africa shared with me. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must outrun the fastest lion or it will be killed. Every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the slowest gazelle or it will starve. It doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you'd better be running. So we need to always be scanning that future environment. We just don't do it once in our strategic management process. We actually continually scan the environment and we build it into your quarterly or monthly meetings so that we are always aware that the world is changing outside of us and to be looking down the future and say what could happen that could impact us and therefore be ready for it and do something about it. Environmental scanning is about positioning yourself before the wave hits. I love this quote from Dr. Jennifer James. I think about being in position to ride that wave compared to just letting life happen to you and being swamped by the wave. So we have a great tool that we call Skeptic, which we use for future environmental scanning, that gets people to think about the possible external forces or dynamics or constraints or trends or projections or opportunities or patterns or consequences or threats or any of those things that we need to consider over the time that our strategic plan is going to be implemented. And we need to take a look at it so that we are prepared for it, so that we are creating the right strategies for moving and managing effectively within that scanning, within that environment we're scanning. So we use this tool and it has 8 areas. S stands for sociodemographics. So anything that deals with people or society. Competition is K because we can't spell very well. So what competition are you facing, or what substitutes are there for what you provide or produce? And you need to take a look internally for competition as well as externally. Who's also competing for the same staff, the same people, the same knowledge, the same budget? We are also going to look at the economy. What trends are happening somewhere else that could happen to us in the future? And ecology, what's happening in the external world. Very important is taking a look at political and regulatory, both at a local, state or provincial and federal level. What changes could there happen in any kind of laws and regulations that could impact us? And what political shifts are happening internally and externally that could impact us in the future? We also take a look at technology, which is a really big one around the creation and use of technology and what it means to us as an organization and serving our customers and our clients. We take a look at our industry. What changes are happening in our industry that could impact us in the future? What's happening with our suppliers? What's happening down the chain that we need to be aware of about new products or mergers? And finally, what about our customers, our citizens, our clients, our constituents, our members? What are they changing? Is their beliefs changing? Are their values changing? Are their attitudes? How are they changing that's going to impact us in the future? So remember that a future environmental scan is outside of us and it is future. So it hasn't happened to us yet, but could happen to us in the future.